At 10, this is a guy I originally had off my list, and then I moved up. And he's a guy that I tend to stay away from in fantasy drafts and have over the last 3 seasons. It's Leonard Fournette, just because of, there's a small injury concern, and then there's I mean, you don't know about these guys, but you hear things about the attitude and that team is probably may finish last in that division. They don't have a proven quarterback in Gardner Minshew there. But then again, you just go and look at the numbers. Every game in double-digit points except for one last year. He finished as the 7th running back despite only having 3 touchdowns all of last year. You have to figure that number is going to go up. And he missed a game, and he finished as the 7th running back. So the potential for Leonard Fournette in a team that seems to have exercised its demons is kind of turning around, even if they're bad. You have to figure that's the best player on their offense. So they're going to run through him. So I mean, at number 10, if you're in that turn, if you're picking last in the first and first in the second, that would be a great guy to double up for if you're doing running back.
Yeah. The offense, as you were saying, Matt, is definitely going to run through him. There were 4 running backs last year who had over 100 targets. Leonard Fournette was one of them. He caught 76 balls. The touchdowns were not there. He only scored 3 touchdowns last year. But, that could just be, by happenstance. Those 3 touchdowns last year could easily turn into 12, 13 touchdowns this year. And
76
especially
catches for Leonard Fournette last year?
Yeah. 100
That's
targets.
really surprising.
Yeah. Yeah.
That puts him squarely, in the top 10. That's big numbers.
Yeah, it's nuts. Christian McCaffrey had 141 targets. Austin Eckler had 108. Tariq Cohen had 104. And then Leonard Fournette ended up with 100 targets. But another thing here is to look at, the efficiency of those targets. So McCaffrey had 141 targets with 116 receptions. Austin Eckler is probably the best with 108 targets to 92 receptions. And then Kamara is probably the best with 97 to 81. So, I mean, missing whatever happened on those 24 targets, you could probably only relate that to either drops or the fact that, Gardner Minshew probably isn't putting it in the best position. He was under duress for most of the season. There was that time where Nick Foles came back into the play, and then they just realized that Gardner Minshew was the better quarterback. So, good things going forward for Leonard Fournette. I like him.